Assalamu alaikum. We are group 3. The members are Rabeh, me, and Yaqoub, and Muhammad and Khaled and Muhanad. For Yaqoub and Khaled, their work and their presentation will be behind the screen, and they will show in details what we did in the Navisworks and Revit softwares. Through this presentation, I will go over the overview, criteria selection, Revit and Navisworks, outcomes from Revit, outcomes from the Navisworks, and the conclusion. The overview, this is the final model we did. First of all, we did a selection. The selection because we had a free choosing of which building we can do. We decided to do a residential building. It's a two-story residential building with a different type of foundation. We have the isolated foundation for the normal columns, and we have the combined foundation for the shear wall as a column. And this project has been done in the concept of BIM. What's BIM? BIM is the Building Information Modeling. It's a new technique used in the industry nowadays. It has a lot of benefits, such as reducing the rework and to make the work is more performance and more quality in the pre-construction and in the construction phase exactly. For the teamwork, all the exchange of data, all the communication have been done in the social networking. We had a meeting each week as a members. We worked since the first day of this project, and now we are. And now my colleague Muhanad will continue about talking about the Revit and the Navisworks.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad. I will start my presentation with a brief about the two softwares we used in our project, which are Revit software and Navisworks. Starting with the Revit, Revit is a single application built for BIM with features for arc design, MEP, structural engineering, and construction. BIM is centered on models made up of objects. Revit creates these objects which consist of data, which can see in different views, like 2D drawings, 3D models, and also schedules as lists. Revit also allow to do coordination among the architects, the structural engineers, and MEP engineers to provide the best model for the environment. This software is very flexible for floor plans, elevations, sections, and 3D views, as well as area calculations, schedules, and quantity takeoff. All of these based on the client specifications. For the Navisworks, is used primarily in construction industries to complement 3D design packages. Navisworks also allows users to combine and review detailed 3D design models from multiple file formats, which let us to analyze all the activities in a single model environment to find faults before they become problems in reality. So after this, we can do the visualization and simulation, which allow us to validate the design performance and reduce the waste. And as we can see in this slide, these figures can represent our outcomes from the Revit software, which will be described and recorded by my colleague Khaled, as we can see in the video.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Khaled from group 3. I will be with you step by step describing the Revit model. As we can see here, this is the final model of our project. It is a residential building. As we can see, this is the front view, this is side view, and also we can see this is the distribution of the rooms for for our project. This is basically the corridor, and this is the rooms. The first step to work on the Revit model is to open the Revit model and click new. Then you choose your template. For our, we choose a structural template, which means that we can only draw structural elements such as beams, columns, foundations, slabs, floors, anything structural. Then clicking OK. After clicking OK, this screen will show up. Then the first thing that you need to do is to go to manage. After going to manage, you go to project units to modify your units. For us, we will choose the length to be in millimeter. Okay. Also the area, I will choose it to be in square. The same for the volume, I will choose it to be in meter cubic. Then click OK. Then the next step is to go to elevation. You define your elevation. This is like 0 floor, this is the second floor. You can duplicate this and create another floor. For our project, the number of floor, we have 3 different floor, as we can see here. 0 floor, first floor, second floor. This is the third floor for our project. Also, you need to define your grids. Okay. For the grids, you need to go to level 1. Okay. After going to level 1, you go to structure, then grid. Then you draw your grid here in this area. Okay. Okay, the same for the distance between the first grid and the second grid is like that. This is only an example. As we can see here, this is the final outcome for our grid line, that we have a horizontal and a vertical grid. This is grid A, 1, 2, 3, 6, A, C, E, F, E. This is the final outcome. The next step is to go to level 0 and to create your columns, your foundation, and your ground beam. For the columns, you need to go to structural tab and you click column. Okay. Then this tab will change. You will choose your column, your dimension. Okay, from here. Okay, this is the dimension of the column. I choose 300 by 600 based on the assumption here that we created before the modeling process. Okay. Then you'll choose your material. Okay, we choose cast in a place. Then you will choose this command at grid, and you will draw you will select your grid, all your grids, and you will draw your columns on the intersection of the horizontal and the vertical grids, and you click finish. After that, the next step is to create your PCC layer. Okay, this is the cleaning layer below the foundation. You will go to structure and you go to isolated. Okay, you will select your dimensions, your this is BC layer. It's 100 millimeter thick, and you will draw it here. Okay, draw it here. As you can see here, this is the BC layer for our project. This is the BC layer for our project. This is the dimension of it. Okay, then above it you will create your foundation. This is your foundation. This is your foundation. We have two type of foundation: isolated foundation, and this is a U-shape combined foundation. This is a U-shape combined foundation. From the same command, you will create your isolated foundation and your combined foundation. The next step is to draw your ground beam. You go here, beam. Mainly we're using these tabs. This tab, you will go to beam, structure, rectangular beam. In the ground beam, we have chosen 300 by 500 millimeter for our beam. Okay, you will click on this and you will draw it from the column to column. Okay, from this column to this column, and press enter, or select the other command, which is where you will draw it on the grid. Okay, the next step is this command. I mean, you select your grid and you will draw your beam on your grids. The next step is to draw your shear wall. Here we have a shear wall above the combined foundation. This is the shear wall. Okay, this is the shear wall for our project. Okay, as we can see here, this is the shear wall. For the shear wall, how to draw it? You come to here, you go to walls. You select structural wall, because this is structural element, and you choose your wall width and your wall elevation from here. Okay, and you draw it from column to column or from column to beam. Okay, the next step is to go to, this is basically everything for the first floor. Then you will go to the for the 0 level, then you will go to level 1. You will do the same process, except here you will have some doors, some windows. Okay, although you have the same structural elements, beams, columns, walls. Here we have a walls. Okay, as we can see from the 3D model here. Okay, how to draw your windows and your doors is to come here on the architect tab, and you will choose your door, for example. Okay, for example, I will choose this door, or I will go to load family and choose the door that I want. Okay, just click on here and draw it. Okay, this is a simple example for all the doors. Okay, this is basically everything for the first floor. If we come to the second floor, in the second floor we have from the first floor that we have a void here. This void is basically for the elevator. Okay, how to create this void is to go to structural, you go to shaft here. Okay, you click the shape that you want to create. For example, I want to create a rectangular void. Okay, just choose your dimension and click OK. It will create a void for you. Okay, when I come to the second level, in the second level we have basically a balcony here, as we can see here. This is the void that I described before. The other are beams and the columns and walls that I described before. How to create the slab here and these balconies? You will come to structural. Okay, you will choose structural. You will choose structural floor. Okay, then structural floor. then you will choose your floor thickness and everything. And how to draw it, you come here, you choose this command here. This is basically, I will draw a line from this point to this point. Then I have this this radius. How I can draw it, I come here and I will click, for example, then I will click from this point to this point. Okay, then I will choose the radius that I want. Okay, the radius that I want. Okay, then when I draw all of it, I complete. It should be closed shape. Should be closed shape. Then this is the starting point, also this is the ending point. Then click OK, everything will be drawn. And then if we come to the level 3, in the level 3 we have basically beams and columns and solid slab. Okay, beams and columns and solid slab. If we come here to the 3D view, this is the final outcome of the project, that we have a solid slab here, as we can see, combination of slab and beams. This is beams, 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 beams. This is walls, windows. Okay, and this is the corridor. Here we have an elevator, and as we can see, there is a void here. There is a void here, as we can see. This is the void, and this is the entrance of the and the exit of the elevator. This is the corridor. This is room 1, room 2, room 3, room 4, room 5, room 6. This is the main window here. This is the main entrance, circular door. This is the foundation that we have. This is the ground beam. Okay, this is the window for side, in the side view. Also, this is the wall. If we move our structure, we have here a cleaning layer, as we can see here. This is the cleaning layer. Above it, we will have foundation, isolated foundation. Okay, this is the ground beam, and we have, this is the floor for the first floor. Okay, this is the main entrance of the project. This is the final outcome, as I said before. I hope you enjoy the video.
As we can see in these two figures, this is some of our outcomes from Navis software, which will be described literally by my colleague Yaqoub. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hello everyone. My name is Yaqoub, and we are Group 3 in Construction Management course at Qatar University. Today I will talk about how Navisworks software, how you can add the activities and the duration, and how we can simulate our modeling. Let's start with the Navisworks. For example, we have a model here that it's done by Rabeh software, and we export it to the Navisworks. To start to add activity, you should go to timeline and go to the task. As we see here, there is task, data source, convention, and simulation. We go to the task, add a new task. Before we start adding any task, we should have in the beginning the activity names, and we should have the planning start date and the planning end date, and we should have the type of the construction. To do this thing, you should do it by Excel manual, or you can do it by Primavera. Assign the duration and the name of the activity and the relationship between the activity and the Primavera, and the Primavera will get output by the start day and the end day. For example, in our project we did our timeline by Primavera, and now we want to assign this activity in Navisworks. Let's say we will start in the beginning with the clear cover under the foundation. Name it the activity clear cover. Clearing cover. Then the start day will start at the 1st of January 2019 and it will end with, for example, the duration 4 day, it will end 4th of January 2019. And the task type, we want, there's 3 tasks. There is construct and demolish and temporary. We will select task because we want to see the simulation of steps of construct this project in the real life. Then attach. We should select the activity to assign it in this task. For example, let's select it. There is many types to select, by manual, or you can go here and write the name of the activity and it show to you this activity. For example, let's search for the column and go, and we see it here that select the columns. Or we can go to the selection tree, which is easy way, and go to the level that the element we want to select it. For example, I want to select the clear cover, which is in level 0. Then open the level 0 and open the foundation type, and then go to the RC1, RC footing, and PC footing and BC footing there, because there is 2 types in the footing, one here and one here. That is the clear cover. As we see, he selected the clear cover without the foundation. Then go to attach and go to attach here and attach current selection. By that, select this, that's its assignment. Then add a new task, which is, let's say, foundation. Planning date will start at, for example, it will take 5 days. It will start at 5th of January 2019. Sorry, 2019, and it will end by 5 days. It will end 10th of January 2019. And the task type construct and assign. For example, go to the foundation here, selected by here, and go to the attach class selection, and keep going until the last activity or until the last task in this project, the last activity in this project. But we should consider, if there is stop days, you should do it by Primavera, or you can do it Excel, or if there are 8, for example, there is specific hour to work in days, for example 8 hours per day. You want to assign it by go to the log of Navis and go option and go to the tools, timeline, and specify here, for example, beginning of work day at AM and end of work day at, for example, 5 p.m. or 8 hours 3 p.m. It should be 3 p.m. 5:15, 3 p.m. and OK. After we add all of the activity in this project, all the tasks until the end of the activity or end steps, we can go to the simulation and go to the setting. For example, there is many options to control the video or the simulation video. There is interval size, and there is the planning date and start date and end date, and there's the important thing, which is playback duration, that control how fast of run this simulation, or if you want to fast it, you can decrease the number, or if you want to slow it, you can decrease the number. You can increase the number, sorry. I will put it 30 seconds. Okay, then OK. There is option, you want to simulate it by planning date, or by planning actual difference, or planning against actual and actual planning difference. I will select by planning because I add the date of start day and end day by planning start day. Then OK. After that, I will click here, and it will simulate it step by step as how I assigned this activity and about the duration, as we see here. After that, we can go to the animation to export the animation video, and go here, select AIV, and you can control how the video you want to expect or as a view or anything. And here is the FPC control, and OK, it will order from where to save it. for example desktop, and save this simulation video, for example, in the D drive. Okay, save it.
My name is Mohammad. Now the conclusion. We got this model using BIM concept. We had to use a lot of tools and new software such as Navisworks and Rabeh. And we have the final outcome, which is a two-story building with balconies and different types of foundation with a total duration of 250 days. Thank you.